Is it time for you to downsize, or are you just in the beginning phases? I'm Natalie Bratton with RE/MAX First in Oklahoma City, and today I'm going to go through 9 tips for downsizing. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Natalie Bratton with the Bratton Real Estate Group at RE/MAX First in Oklahoma City. And today, let's talk about downsizing. Downsizing generally takes a lot of thought, a lot of contemplation. You have to be mentally and emotionally ready to downsize. And unfortunately, if you are married or have other people you live with, they have to be on the same page as you, and so you both have to be ready to downsize. So here are some tips, 9 tips, to help you decide if it's time to downsize and how to get to that point of being ready to downsize. Number 1, does it make financial sense to downsize? Okay, so let's talk about mortgages, taxes, insurance, utilities, lifestyle, all the things financially that go into living where you live now. Does it make sense to sell it and buy another house? So downsizing doesn't always mean cheaper. So what kind of lifestyle are you looking for? Are you moving from a home you've paid off and you want to move into the city to a ritzy, fancy, gated community where the HOA covers your lawn care and all of that? It may not be that big of a difference in price. So is it going to save you money? Do you need it to save you money to move and downsize? So financially, just weigh all the options of where you live now versus what it is that you are fantasizing about downsizing to. So when you think about downsizing and you go into the fantasy of moving, what is it that you are most excited about when downsizing? Is it you are excited about not cleaning the house anymore? Are you excited about having a smaller yard? Are you excited about being in a different part of town? What is it that makes you want to downsize? And then express that to your partner or your spouse and see if they feel the same way. Start having the conversation of the things that you don't need in your current house anymore and what would be the compromise or the difference for the next house. Thinking about downsizing, be realistic about what is it that you need. There was this time period here in the last decade where people went nuts over tiny homes, and so people would go incredibly minimalistic and go from a big family home to a 600 square foot trailer. We don't have to go to those kinds of extremes unless you just want to, but be realistic about what it is that you need. How much garage space do you need? How much parking do you need? How much house do you need? Make a list of what it is that you still want in your home so that you don't downsize too much or that you end up being stuck where you are. Go ahead and make a list. It's good for you. Okay, number 4. This is the one that keeps a lot of people stuck. What do I do with all my stuff? Well, so this is the big deal, especially if you've lived in a large home for a long time. You may have decades and decades worth of stuff in your home, or you've lived, maybe you're not even retiring and older, but you have a home full of stuff and then you want to downsize and have a simpler lifestyle. What are you going to do? What are you going to take with you? So go ahead and start now. Donate the things you can donate. Sell the things you can sell. Keep the things that you really love. Keep the furniture pieces and the decor that are important to you, and throw away the things you can throw away. Go ahead and start. Live in the house you live in now with less stuff in it so that when the time comes to downsize, you're ready. Number 5, every square foot counts. So decide up front, make the list of what rooms you must have, what rooms you can do without, what kind of floor plan is going to work for you. Do you want an open floor plan or closed floor plan? You want hallways with lots of closets, or all the space in the living room. Decide what it is that you really want and what will work for you. Number 6, what kind of neighborhood do you want to live in? So we're talking a normal subdivision in a suburb. How about condos or townhouses? Or what about a gated neighborhood? So what you have to think about is what lifestyle you want to live. So condos and townhouses are really close together. So you will see your neighbors. You also will have HOA dues that you pay monthly. They're going to take over some of the maintenance for you. You don't have to worry about any of the exterior maintenance or the yard maintenance. They may cover some of your utilities. If that is attractive to you, think about your budget for adding on HOA dues every month. There are housing additions that are gated and you pay monthly HOA dues there too. And they're going to mow your yard for you, and they're going to do other things in the neighborhood to help make your life a little bit more low maintenance. So, does that fit in your budget? Is that what you want? Or do you want to buy a home in a regular housing addition and pay someone to mow your yard, or do it yourself? So think about what kind of housing addition you want to be in. So a common issue with people that are downsizing is they look at houses and they try to find a house that will fit their furniture. If you live in a large home and you have large furniture, you may have a hard time finding a home that sectional will fit in, or that massive 4-poster bed will fit. So decide if you're going to buy a house for your furniture, or if you're going to buy a house and then buy furniture. Maybe there's some pieces that you want to sell and get rid of and buy new furniture for your new home. Now, maybe you have a big dining room table that is been in your family for 40 years. I mean, decide. It's okay if you want to have a formal dining room, but know ahead of time what furniture pieces you're going to keep and what you can sell. Number 8, while you are going through all these steps and you are getting rid of the things you're not going to keep, and you are going over your finances and budgeting, take the time to look at houses online. Why not? I hear it's fun. Look at properties online and talk about them. Go to open houses. Lately, because inventory is so low, there's not many open houses, but when there is one, go and look at it and imagine if you could live there or not, or why couldn't you live there, so that when you are ready to downsize, you have a realistic idea of what you're getting yourself into. It is a big jump from living in a large house to going to a smaller home if you have not done the work to know realistically what that's going to look like for you. Lastly, like I mentioned, number 9 is you must prepare yourself emotionally and mentally. And if you have a spouse, they have to be prepared emotionally and mentally. So you can't just decide one day that you're downsizing unless circumstances dictate that you have to downsize immediately. It needs to be something that you prepare for and plan for. And exactly what does it mean that you're downsizing? Are you downsizing the yard only? Or are you downsizing the house? Are you just getting rid of a pool? Or are you getting rid of square footage? There's a lot to discuss, a lot to think about, a lot that you should write down, and then you should call me. If you are planning to downsize in the Oklahoma City metro area, I love to sit down with people and have this conversation and talk about what the future would look like in their next home if they're downsizing. I'm happy to sit with you and talk through some of these issues and help you determine what is the best course of action for you. Come back next week and we'll talk more about real estate and Oklahoma City. And in the meantime, contact me by going to my website, oklahomahomeseller.com.